A Justice League replacement does not have to look clean, famous, or heroic at first glance. Sometimes the team that saves the world could be built from a haunted suit, a living weapon, a forgotten android, an alien lawyer, and even Frankenstein himself. And somehow this strange lineup might actually work. If you're into comics and nerd content like this, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Hardware, Curtis Metcalf, would not replace the Justice League by throwing planets around. He would replace the part of the team that keeps impossible missions from becoming disasters. In Dakota City, Curtis was a brilliant inventor trapped under Edwin Alva's control, so he built his own armor, weapons, and systems to fight back against a man who thought he owned his future, his work, and his genius. Every tool is defiance. That makes him a different kind of Justice League candidate. He is not Batman with a cape, or Cyborg with a mother box. He is a self-made engineer who understands corruption, surveillance, and power from the inside. On a new team, Hardware could build the base, design counters for metahumans, hack enemy tech, and give the group something every league needs: a mind sharp enough to survive gods, tyrants, and machines. Dr. Light, Kimiyohoshi, would bring something the Justice League always needs but rarely puts in the spotlight: raw energy guided by science. During Crisis on Infinite Earths, she was a brilliant astronomer in Japan before the Monitor transformed her into a hero connected to light itself. That origin already makes her feel bigger than a normal recruit because she was created during one of DC's most impossible wars. On a replacement league, she could cover the long-range power role without feeling like a Green Lantern copy. Kimiyo can fly, fire light blasts, create barriers and constructs, move through light, and fight threats tied to darkness, space, or pure energy. The best part is that she is not driven by glory. She feels like a serious professional thrown into cosmic chaos, which could make her the calmest weapon on the team. Geoforce, Brian Markov, would give this new league something most superhero teams avoid: political weight. He is not just an Earth-powered fighter from Markovia. He is royalty, the half-brother of Terra, and one of the founding members of the Outsiders. That means every mission with him carries more than action, because Brian brings a whole country, its secrets, its throne, and its enemies into the room with him. His powers also make him much more dangerous than people remember. Geoforce can manipulate gravity, tear up the ground, launch lava-like blasts, fly by using his own forces, and hit with enough strength to stand beside heavy hitters. On a Justice League replacement, he could be the battlefield controller and the political wildcard, the kind of hero who can stop an army but might also start a diplomatic crisis by accident. Animal Man, Buddy Baker, sounds too strange for a Justice League replacement until you realize how wide his powers can go. He is not simply a guy who borrows animal tricks. Buddy is tied to the Red, the network connected to animal life across the planet. That lets him tap into instincts, strength, flight, senses, survival traits, and sometimes even stranger evolutionary abilities that normal heroes would never think to use. That makes him perfect for a less obvious league. Buddy could scout like a predator, escape like an insect, strike with the force of larger animals, and survive places that would break most humans. But his real hook is emotional. He is a husband, a father, and an animal rights activist before he is a flashy icon, so he gives the team a grounded voice. Saving the world means protecting the life inside it. Red Tornado, John Smith, would be the kind of replacement league member who quietly changes the whole team. He is not just a wind-powered android, he is a machine that fought against his original purpose and chose to become a hero. Created through the legacy of Tio Maro, Red Tornado has battled beside the Justice League and spent years trying to understand humanity, family, and sacrifice through real action. That makes him more than a flying weapon with tornado powers. On a new league, he could monitor threats, analyze disasters, predict patterns, and move into battle before anyone else understands what is coming. His control over air gives the team rescue power, crowd control, and raw force, but his real value is emotional, an artificial being constantly proving he may be one of the most human heroes in the room. Ragman Rory Regan, would bring the new Justice League into a corner of the DC universe that the main team often touches only when things get desperate. Rory carries the Suit of Souls, a mystic costume filled with the spirits of guilty people seeking redemption. That makes him more than a street-level vigilante. Every fight he enters also carries faith, guilt, punishment, and the chance to save what is broken. On a replacement league, he could cover the supernatural role without feeling like Dr. Fate, Zatanna, or John Constantine. Ragman is darker, quieter, and more tragic, almost like a haunted shield for people society forgets. Against demons, cursed objects, dead gods, or magical criminals, he would not just throw spells around. He would make the team face what justice means when souls are part of the battlefield. Sideways, Derek James would be one of the riskiest choices for a Justice League replacement, and that is exactly why he works. During Dark Knight's Metal, Derek fell through a rift into the dark matter dimension and came out able to cut open portals in midair. He is still young, still messy, and still learning, but his powers touch the multiverse in a way most heroes can only fear from a distance, and that makes him valuable. That gives the team a weapon they could use for rescues, surprise attacks, escapes, and missions no normal transporter could handle. But every jump also carries danger, because Sideways' powers are tied to cracks in space-time and the dark multiverse itself. In a new league, he would be the wild card, the hero who can save everyone in 1 second, or accidentally invite a nightmare into the room with them all. Damage Ethan Avery would be the member a replacement Justice League only calls when everything has already gone wrong. Ethan wanted to serve his country, but the military turned him into a living weapon, a monster that breaks free for only 1 hour a day. That limit makes him terrifying, because every mission becomes a countdown before the strongest thing in the room disappears, collapses, or loses control. On this team, Damage would not be the new Superman. He would be the emergency button, the one sent against threats too big for strategy and too dangerous for restraint. The drama is that Ethan still wants to be a hero, even when everyone sees him as a disaster waiting to happen. That makes him useful, tragic, and scary, the kind of powerhouse the League would need but never fully trust in the field again today. Icon Augustus Freeman IV could replace the Justice League's symbol of power without feeling like a simple Superman copy. He is an alien who has lived on Earth for generations, reinventing himself across centuries before becoming a public hero in Dakota. As Augustus Freeman, he is a respected lawyer. As Icon, he is a nearly unstoppable figure with flight, strength, speed, durability, and energy-based power. What makes him perfect for this team is the weight behind that power. Icon has seen America change from the Civil War to the modern age, and Rocket pushes him to stop hiding behind comfort and become a symbol for people who need one. A new league led by him would feel older, wiser, and more socially aware, because Icon is not just strong enough to save the world. He has lived long enough to question it first. Frankenstein, Agent of Shade, would be the strangest possible replacement for the Justice League, and that is why he is the best closer. He is an undead, sword-swinging power hitter connected to the Creature Commandos, 7 Soldiers, and the secret agency Shade. Instead of standing in the sunlight like a classic hero, he walks straight into monsters, conspiracies, and impossible secret wars alone. On a new league, Frankenstein would handle the missions the public should never see: cursed towns, ancient creatures, hidden laboratories, and threats too ugly for clean superhero branding. He is not a symbol of hope in the normal sense, but that makes him powerful. He proves that even something built from death can still choose justice, and sometimes the world needs a monster willing to fight other monsters. This strange lineup proves the Justice League does not need familiar faces to feel powerful. From living weapons to haunted heroes and forgotten legends, each one brings something the main team often lacks. Thanks for watching today. Like, comment your pick, and subscribe to Nerd Society now.